Good morning. I hope you enjoyed your lunch this morning. I just wanted to share a few remarks with you prior to turning over the conversation today to Ramana Venkata of our digital business and Dave Berg of PricewaterhouseCoopers. First of all, thank you. We very much appreciate you attending. We very much appreciate your business. You've placed your trust in us for years, and we know we're not always perfect, but we try very hard on your behalf, and we deeply appreciate how much business you do with us and the opportunity we have to serve you. We also appreciate the fact that you're already eating lunch at 11 o'clock in the morning. Dinner's at 3. But thank you for joining us today. Listen, it's been a tough couple of years for virtually all of us, every company we're in, every industry, every geography. And I want you to know that we have an interesting vantage point at Iron Mountain because you trust us with your business, and many companies do. We do business with approximately 140,000 customers in 38 countries. And because you've helped make us so successful over the years, we also spend a lot of time on Wall Street. So we get to work with the biggest names in Wall Street, and we have between the amount of business we do and the number of places we do it and the access we have to the financial services industry, we have a sense for how things are going. And I want you to know that we see them improving. We really see things getting better. We see it in our business. We see it in our pipeline. We see it in the confidence that exists amongst our customers in raising money, in starting to buy companies. There's been a bunch of IPOs. Who would have ever thought that? Now, we will tell you, I have no way to explain how, the stock market went from 14,000 to 6,000 back up to 10,000 in such a short period of time. Anybody who claims that they can explain that, I think, is kidding themselves. But we do see the fundamentals of the economy improving. And we want to give you a sense for what our agenda is as the economy improves, and really as we've gone through this tough 2 years. Iron Mountain's agenda is an investment agenda. We are constantly investing in the business. And I say that because we couldn't make the investments without having the benefit of your confidence, without being able to really use the fees you pay us to grow our business. And I want to give you a sense for how we're doing that. The biggest investment we make is in our biggest business, our core business in North America. That's where we put the most money, and that's where we see the most opportunity going forward. So, the areas that we invest in are security, our facilities, how we recruit, retain, and promote our employees, the workflow that we apply to how we handle your information assets. This is very important to us, and we're driving very deep investments in this business because we believe we can grow this business forever. We also invest in the digital business. We have very strong franchises in backup, archival, and e-discovery, which you'll hear more about in a few minutes. And we continue to invest aggressively. As a matter of fact, I told Wall Street last week that we would invest somewhere between $500 million and $1.5 billion in that business over the next 5 years. Now that compares to having invested $6 billion in our core business. It's still a lot of money. We believe, for those of you that I know you believe that if you take any kind of a medium to long-term look at the business, it has to involve digital assets. The good news is because information grows so much that our core business of hard copy records management, of off-site data protection, of media vaulting, that grows in absolute terms. But in percentage terms, more and more of it is in a digital format and will live its life that way. And we intend to invest aggressively there. One of the biggest opportunities we actually see, though, is between the physical and the digital, what we call document management services. And this is an area that I think, as our customers, that we can help you and you can help us and we can help each other. Because at every company, the most advanced company with digital technologies to the least, there's a tremendous amount of paper inefficiency. In Iron Mountain, we have a lot of paper inefficiency, whether it's applying for a job and the application process that goes with that, to accounts payable, there's a lot of paper inefficiency in every organization. And this has not historically been the domain of records management, nor has it been the domain of IT. It is received with alligator arms throughout the organization because nobody wants to touch it. It's a mess. And I would argue that this represents the biggest opportunity for you individually inside your companies and for us as a company. And the way that we think about it is very simple. I was having this conversation with a few of our customers last night at dinner. The history of IT has been all about T and less about I. But much of the technology infrastructure is already in place. The databases are there, the networks are there, the phone systems are there. And while those roads have been laid, and there's some patching that needs to go and upgrading that needs to go as you go along, by and large, those roads are down. And it becomes more and more about the information. And if you think about the inefficiencies that are associated with paper, it means getting them from paper to digital and getting at those inefficiencies. That is an opportunity that we all face individually and collectively. And it's a source of career growth. It's a source of really saving money. And because, right, everybody's had to reduce costs the last couple of years. Very few people have seen their budgets go up. And you can only, I was talking to one customer last night. I said, how many times can you cut 5%? I guess 20, but beyond that, what you can do is get at all those inefficiencies. That produces tremendous amounts of savings to which you can invest in information management services. And we will do that aggressively. So you'll see us build a larger and larger business there. E-discovery, what we're here to talk about this morning, is really all of these things. You'll hear from two of the world's foremost experts in e-discovery. Ramana Venkata, who's I just appointed as the Chief Operating Officer of our digital business, had been the CEO of Stratify, which was a leading provider and still is the leading provider in e-discovery solutions. And Dave Berg, who is really the world's foremost expert on forensics associated with e-discovery and a partner with PricewaterhouseCoopers. You'll get to hear from the two of them because with e-discovery there are physical elements, there are digital elements, there's music, but there's physical elements, there's digital elements, and there's the processing that happens in between, the paper inefficiency that goes with bridging those together. So I'd like to ask Ramana to kick us off on our e-discovery presentation this morning. And I really do want to say thank you very much for your business. Thank you for your confidence. Thanks for the benefit of your doubt when we get things wrong. And I hope you feel confident that we're investing the faith you place in us and the fees you pay us towards bridging a future and building a future that has your interests in mind and fulfills on the potential of providing information management services regardless of format, regardless of location, and we very much appreciate everything you do for us. So thank you, and Ramana, I'd like to turn it over to you now.